So, gentlemen, build your engines. You see behind you, we have a clock. And you can watch and see how long it takes these guys to get these assembled from bare blocks to running engines. What we're starting with are 4-bolt mains, studded blocks, 350 Chevrolet with a 40,000s overbore, 358 cubic inches, scat crankshaft out of Redondo Beach, California with a stock stroke, again, 358 total cubic inches. They are going to assemble to running condition in under 20 minutes. These guys here tell us they're going to break the record, which puts them into the 12-minute range. We'll see how this goes. All the machine work on these engines was done by students at Southeast Community College in Jerry Norris's classes or night classes in the machine shop right behind you. The hones, the bores, all that was done. The blocks were decked. All the machine work done right here. These students have the skills that they need to go out and be successful in an engine machine shop if that's what they desire to do. But most of our students are trained to be automotive technicians in a broad variety of ways, be it in an independent shop, or a dealership, or a specialty shop that does just transmission repair, or just engine repair, or just steering and suspension. All of these students are going to graduate with the skills they need, an associate degree, a toolbox full of quality stuff, and a job to go out and make money. All the tools they're using right here are basic hand tools. They are going to be required to torque the rods and torque the mains. They are going to be required to build oil pressure. They do have to torque the cylinder heads and have all the tools put up back on the board before Jerry will allow them, or Barry, will allow them to start these things. Only thing on it that's not a hand tool is the cordless drill. The cordless drill is there just to build up oil pressure. It's not something they're going to use to help speed up the process. We just make sure that they have oil pressure before we start them. Okay, 2 minutes. Starting on some pistons in here on this side, your right. The pistons are heavy rejected cast, steel powered, flat top pistons with 4-valve reliefs. They are on powdered metal GM Vortec rods. The rods are reconditioned by Jerry Norris and his students using the same machine shop behind you that they did with all the block work and all the other cylinder repair and cylinder heads and everything else. All the tools that these students use on campus, you can see these boxes around the shop, are student-owned toolboxes. Students get a chance to buy all their tools and their equipment from all the major tool vendors at roughly a half-price discount. That's a big deal when you compare to some programs that allow you to use their equipment while you're going to school. You graduate, you may even have a job, but now you have to go buy $12,000 worth of tools off the truck at list price before you can even get a chance to start with that first job. These students get all their tools at a half-price discount from all their major tool vendors to help them out. It's a huge deal. A lot of the students decide to go above and beyond and buy extra tools while they have that opportunity available to them. 3.5 minutes.
Yeah, I'm sure they have. Yeah, they kind of work together. One does something, and another one follows through that.
Okay, 4 minutes. Not only do you have tools when you graduate through our program, but you also have an associate's degree. Some automotive technology programs out there afford you with a certificate of completion or something along those lines. Having an associate degree affords you a lot more opportunity, especially if you decide that down the road you want to further your education, pursue a bachelor's degree or whatever the case may be. It helps you immensely to enter into a degree completion program, something like that, having the associate degree, not just a certificate of completion. And the other thing that we're really proud of with these young men and women is the job opportunities that are available to them. This summer term, we had 10 graduates, 80 employers trying to hire them. Last term, we had about 10 graduates, 65 employers trying to hire them. This term, we're halfway through the quarter, we have 40 employers trying to hire the students that we have. Typically, there are 6 or 8 or even 10 job opportunities per student every quarter. Every quarter. Why is that? That's because the students that graduated before went out, got a job in industry, did what they needed to do, and now that the employer needs more help, he's coming back to hire more of those students. Our students have lots of job opportunities. Anybody that has a skill and a work ethic and a degree from SCC will have plenty of opportunity for employment. Most of those jobs are in Nebraska. Most of them are from, I would say, Kearney to Omaha. But there are some further away. And what's cool about it is they're not all the same job. Some students decide they want to get into a dealership and work on new vehicles. There are opportunities to do that. Some students decide they don't want to work on new stuff, they'd rather work in an independent repair facility. They can do that. Some have decided to get into restoration or street rod market. They can do that. Some have decided to get into parts or service write-up. There are opportunities there as well. Some of them have decided to go to specialty shops, we just engine repair, or just transmission repair, or just steering and suspension and brake. There are opportunities for that. There are lots of different opportunities based on what you decide as a student fits your interest and your needs. Okay, a little over 6 minutes here. All right, we ready to flip? Boom, 6 minutes, 37 seconds. Okay, we normally say that's about the halfway point. Halfway. So, these guys are on pace to be just over 13 minutes. They want to be, how much, Jerry? What did they tell you?
12 minutes, 39 seconds.
12:39. 12:39. So they got to pick up the pace a little bit. We'll see how this goes. But they're going fast. Aluminum LT1 cylinder heads off of an LT1 Camaro Corvette of the mid-90s vintage. We've done some custom machine work to make them fit with this old style lock and this intake manifold. Okay, we're going to try and see if we have oil pressure here. Okay, 50 pounds of oil pressure. 7 minutes, 25 seconds. The starter that you see going on over here is a high torque mini starter, gear reduction courtesy of Northern Auto Parts in Sioux City, Nebraska. Okay, we're looking here, we're going to flip that other engine, and we are about a minute behind, but close. Give these guys a hand, show these guys a seat for him. Speed this thing up a little bit. Should we interview him?
No, not right now. Not right now.
Not right now, he doesn't want to talk. 8 minutes, 15 seconds. Are you passing a little bit?
Yes, I am.
We'll see tomorrow. 8.5 minutes. Okay, then go ahead and torque these cylinder heads down. Again, they have to speed handle all 17 head bolts on each side, then go back over with a torque wrench, then come back and get all 16 rocker arms. So it's going to start to wear on a little bit. It seems nice in here to me, but there are 4 people that are sweating profusely. They're working a lot harder than we are. You see Obed spinning these rocker arms down. They're preset. They're adjustable poly locks that we've set the valve lash on, so now they're just spinning them down tight instead of adjusting them. Normally we would have to adjust, but we're spinning them down. 9 minutes, starting to look like an engine here. We see Obed's putting on the brace on the front, so when we do start this engine, it won't rotate the stand and try and spin. 9.5 minutes. These guys have worked awful hard, spent a lot of time practicing on weekends, doing engine builds on weekends, practicing at lunch, after school, before school, things like that. They've donated a lot of time to help us out with this, to go out and see some neat things. They've had some cool opportunities with Americruise, Kearney Cruise, the big St. Paul car show. Went and did this at Junction Motor Speedway at the racetrack one time. Had a lot of opportunities. It's kind of cool to go to places and have employers offer them jobs just based on watching their performance here. 10 minutes. Got an intake manifold on over here. On your right, high-rise single-plane aluminum intake. Courtesy of Speedway Motors in Lincoln, Nebraska, topped off with a 650 CFM Edelbrock Performer Series carburetor. Like I think Jerry mentioned earlier, the reason we started doing this 7 or 8 years ago was an opportunity to go out and showcase what some students can do in kind of a fun way to make it, show people what's available with SCC and students in this industry. Our students can do some pretty amazing stuff. We're pretty proud of them and what they can do. And this is a great way we can go out and try and recruit. So if you know people that are interested, or if you are interested, or if you have kids, grandkids, neighbors, whatever it is, that's interested in an automotive type of program, come talk to these engine builders or us afterwards. We'll be happy to try and tell you a little bit more about our program, hook you up, give you a tour, get you a chance to come and shadow. We started doing engine summer camp a few years ago in June, where we come down for 2 days, $29. Come down, check it out, see what it's all about. 11 minutes, 23 seconds. Let's start hearing some noise, see if we can get these guys on this running in 1 minute. Minutes, 40 seconds they had this running. That was their best ever. We just crossed 11:40. Are they going to have this thing running in a minute? I don't know. Let's give them some, cheer them on, give them some noise. We got one header on, one header to go. Plug wires, cap the rotor. Oh, we're going to be close. We're going to be close. I hope JB can get the air cleaner on. Okay, it will be loud here pretty soon when they get ready to start this. If you have sensitive hearing or children, please cover your ears. I don't want to hurt anybody's ears. Man, these guys over here are catching up, though. They're going faster. They're making time. 12 minutes, 15 seconds. Getting close, getting close. Oh, there we go. Let Obed put it on, JD. Oh, man. 12:23, 24, 25. Get the tools, plug wires. 28, 29. And 30. Let's make some noise. And go. Uh-oh. Oh, plug that distributor in. And